Right, mini video today. Starting the back, we're not at the back today, not just yet. Not a lot has happened to it since the last bit, but what I'm trying to do now is to sort out the problem that I had when I dropped the subframe and moved the steering wheel. So the clock spring, which I'll show you in a minute, fits onto the steering wheel and takes power from the for the airbag, for the horn, for the indicators, for the wipers through it on a little wheel. I'll show you. I'll take it in there, and then that allows it to turn when you are when you're driving. So that's clock spring. That's where it goes. Guest mechanic today, Louis, is actually with me doing something today, which is brilliant. So if I just put this on my lap here, hold that, Lou.
Oh, cameraman.
So because I didn't know what position the wheels was in, and the clock spring has to be in a certain position. Now we've just worked it out. 2.5 turns to the left, 2.5 turns to the right, you should be in centre. So half a turn, 1 turn, 2 turns, we should be in centre. But there is a little bit for that, for a little bit of play in it. So that is now full left-hand lock. So 1 turn, 2 turns, and a half a turn gives us centre. Now if I did that and went the other way, all the way right, it's exactly the same. It's 2 3/4 turns. So this is now wheels directly ahead. It probably should be something like that, but that's where we've decided to put it. So a little bit of tape over it, because we don't want it to move when we put it back in. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to put some more tape on that. It's probably because it's been cleaned too much. So I'm just going to put some tape over it, just to make sure that it doesn't move when we're putting it back together. I think this clock spring needs changing because I've got a problem with my cruise control going through this, I think. But for the emergency, I've got to get it back in for Tuesday this week, and it's Sunday afternoon now. I've got to get my wheels back on, and I've got to be able to push my car back, so the next door neighbour can get his windows replaced without dropping anything on my car. So that's ready to be put back in, and we're going to go and do that now. We're not going to video it because it's a fucking nightmare to video it, but we'll show you when it's done. But basically, just put it back in, all the bolts back in, put the trim back in, and then I can put the bolt on the steering wheel. But it's imperative now that we don't move the wheels, and we don't move this when it's on the spline of the which you've just looked there. So we don't move this when it's on this spline, because then if we do move it, we're going to be in trouble. So okay, we'll get that done and we'll come back to you. Right, it's all back together. So all the trim's a bit dark now, but all the trim's back on underneath, steering wheel's back on centered, the steering rack, I'm going to have a look at this a bit later, but steering rack is all bolted up and torqued up and fitted, so I'll have a check of that tomorrow. Louis did that. Louis done a good job. He's helped enormously, because I've still got my bad knee. Can't kneel down on my bad knee, so I'm well happy that he's been here with me. Yeah, so it's going back on its wheels tomorrow temporarily. Well, the neighbour has a window replaced that's in that wall there, but above it, it's his bathroom window. So I need to move the car back, not under power, to get it out of the way while they fit that window, bring it back, and then I'll be continuing to put it together. Yeah, so a good day today, and that's the end of the video. Okay, see you later.